Okay. I think it's necessary. Let's go. Part the Rallye out. Ah! Fucking hell. Well, as there's always something in this tuning game, we now found out, well, for 90% sure, what we need to do to get it running again. So I'm going to send out some of the parts. We think that it's only necessary to send out the ECU of the motor and the mechatronic. Those two are in a protective mode. So we're going to write that out, and then hopefully it should start. It will stay in the CP mode, but that's because of the gateway that needs to be matching. But at least let's get it starting again so we can finish everything. Not sure if it will start and I'll get the components back in this episode, but let's first send some stuff out. Crazy tuning car builds. Oh. Okay. Not too bad, I guess. Gearbox, computer and controls. Oh, it's coming out. Hey. Yeah. How much will there be in there? Fuck, not everything coming out, I hope. Okay. Okay, now what? Okay. This is the inside. Lots of stuff happening over here. Okay, we're letting this leak out for a little bit and going to send that completely away with the ECU. So fingers crossed that when it will be back, it's starting again. Well, another part of the process is doing lots of research, and we're off now to the ABS system. Already one of our watchers mentioned this in the comments in one of the first videos ever about how much tooth the ABS sensors will need. Well, I am working on that right now. I'm counting all the sensors, I'm counting and doing some research on the ABS unit on how it will work. Of course, we need to get these sensors, then go off to the hubs to build them in and see what we can figure out with that. I can always cut some new sensor rings. So for me, I think we can work it out. And another so-called crazy thing. These hubs don't seem to have any holes for the ABS. So in the end, we could not use these anyway, because at the rear, the holes are there. I'm not sure if we can use those rings and the sensors. When we go to the VO6, it's easy because these sensors almost look like the same. So again, with all the Frankenstein stuff we got, and as you can see, even the hubs that are on are something different again. We need to get the cables connected. We need to get everything, well, searched and combined anyway. So better get some numbers written down out of the computer. Let's see which part numbers match. These are some of the suspension parts that I collected together. Now let's compare everything, let's check everything if we have the right parts, then order all the new stuff that we need so everything can go off powder coat. Well, that's not supposed to be like this. I'm trying to measure the bushings to order new PU bushings, but I think it's necessary. Oh yes, people, can you still remember? You cannot take these bolts off until the diff is away. So get the diff off, axle over the diff, and then we can remove the arms. completely everything is shit. Again, all the wrong bolts. Oh, freaking crazy, man. Check how this is looking. Why can you turn this in? What is this? How to build a car? How to not build a car? Well, normally you cannot say that the bearing, you know, for sure will be gone, but look at the rust and how actually crazy. You know, the balls won't even move anymore. So these bearings are gone. Okay, well, normally they go out pretty smooth this way. But, well, actually I should have known. Everything is a little bit more tight than normally. So game plan change. Some clamps, so it's stuck. Now let's get the bearings out. Yes! Even this edge is rotten, damn you, it's hard. But here we are. Same shit every day again. Something new again. So the spring, I'm not sure if you can see it. The spring that should get the bearing all in place is coming out. Okay. Okay, as you can see, this bearing is all pushed outwards. That can only happen when pressing the bearing in, because I only pressed it out. And this is all pushed outwards. So this bearing, I think they tried to replace it, but same like with the rest, they did not such a good job. Now off to the next point. Little tubing. Bolts, nuts, stuff. Yes, boy. So, a little bit of pressure, then a little bit of heat, and well, now it's coming out. Yes. I think they're dead. Well, that's most of the pieces prepared on what I took off. Now let's get the subframe out. When I rise, the engine will stay in, it will stay hanging this way. So subframe out, because that's the only thing we need for the rest. And then I will take some of the brackets out that we've made, weld them all off, and get those to the powder coat as well. And everything will be nice and tight. Your rally problems? Oh, I'm getting so tired of this. I'm almost done with all the parts now. As in every project, there are a couple of things that need to be finished. For example, we needed to make a hole in the steering pump bracket. Okay, so with parts everywhere, we need to now figure out which nut, which bolt and which stuff goes where. We can go zinc plate them as well. So that means we need to sandblast them all as well. In the meantime, which nuts and bolt goes where. So we got a nice overview. So at the end of this episode, everything should be together and everything should be searched out, ready to make everything new.
Hey Remco! What are you doing?
Okay. I'm searching for missing parts from the suspension to send out the powder coating and galvanizing. As in this Flintstone stuff, we're always missing one thing. And I found other stuff that I thought that weren't with the car. But, of course, half of it.
Oh no. And now?
Crazy stuff. Well, found some parts, but you know the crazy thing is, it's only half. And the rest is just not there. And we're up again for another tiny bit that still needs to be done. Okay, too little, too small. Bigger one. How much bigger? It's not working. I think this is going in. Yes, this is not working. Finally, it's done. Well, I have built more stuff than I can remember. Everything welded, everything prepared. So put them in the picture. Okay, now that we're figuring out everything anyways, I'm going to do another thing that we've been talking about in the last two episodes. First up, I combined everything from Mark II. We're converting to Mark III, partly VR6, partly Mark III Synchro. So I ordered different wheel bearings, different hubs. We're going 5x100 everything, but we need to combine a couple of things because Mark II is a small bearing and there are tiny bits that we need to put in the lathe. So the hub needs to go into the lathe to get, well, blah blah blah, with the bearings, everything done. So that's all figured out. Made the list, going to order the stuff. Now off to the gasoline tank. Got all the programs open, so I'm going to check what we've got. So check this. It's the Mark III floor. Okay, so it's not too different as we can see at the pictures. This is the gasoline tank Mark III. There we go to the Mark II. Here. Now let's find out what's the difference with the Mark II that goes together a little bit, Mark III. First up, let's go order some stuff that is on the flow, and then we can go on to the rest of the rebuild. Okay, I removed some of the electronics with the latest time we were starting this, so I'm putting it back and, well, putting the final heights of the cables in so I can, well, I think I'm going to tape it all off, put some lines on there and then see where everything will go on later on. So I want to get the dashboard over it maybe real quick, get an overview of what we've got. So that's where the fuse box is sitting that way, so there's plenty of room. And then actually when you look at the cables behind the dash, there's enough room to get the cables flowing. The only thing we need to put in is some air ducts, so probably we need to do that first and then work our way towards the dash in, and then you can see all the cables will be in a good flow this way as well. So we can start routing some more stuff all around to the downside and to the upside. First get some air ducts from the heating system in. So we've got a game plan again back on the wiring loom. Started rerouting everything now. Got loads of ideas to get this all perfect and fixed up and changed out the dashboard to make it a little bit resto mud. Not everybody of you will like this stuff what we're doing with the dashboard, but it's our wishes, so we do what we want and we're going to build some cool stuff. So we're going to adjust the dashboard, adjust the ventilation system, make it all work within all the stuff we got over here, then off. To get all this factory new, or maybe even a little bit better. So we're going to sandblast the final bits on the nuts and bolts, get all the steel big parts off the powder coat. Well, I plan to do a little bit more as usual. What you can see in this episode, it still not goes as planned. I hope I enjoyed you all with just removing stuff and taking stuff apart. But on the other hand, I can promise you, soon we're doing the cool stuff again, building upwards. Go watch the previous episodes on what we all already did on the rally and see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye.